What's up, everybody? I'm Ryan Bentson, and owner and founder of Team Zero Gravity and One Gen Gym here in Claremont, California. I get a lot of questions about what makes One Gen so special. And I think if you walk around this gym, uh, what makes this gym different, it's not just the fact that we have 200 different machines in this gym. Yes, the machines are great, but what makes this gym different is the culture. It's our members, and it's just the environment here at One Gen. And a lot of people ask me, how did we cultivate this environment? That goes back a little bit to where I all started. I started off my bodybuilding career really, really young, at like 16 years old. Early on, I knew that I didn't just want to compete, that I knew I wanted to help other people get in the best shape of their life. And so I had a very good young bodybuilding career, which transpired then into a lot of people asking me if I could help them get ready for the stage. And this was early on when there was only bodybuilding, women's bodybuilding, fitness. And then in 2001, Figure started. And I was just known for having a lot of good quality athletes that I was coaching. And at the time, there wasn't a lot of coaches. The first couple coaches in the industry was me, Kim Odo, Omar Ventura. There was only a few. And we were some of the first real teams in bodybuilding. And at that time, I decided to open up my first zero gravity home gym, which was a 2,000 square foot private training facility in San Dimas, California. We opened that in 2004, and I have a lot of fond memories of that first location. In that first location, we got hundreds of pro cards. We got multiple Olympians out of 2,000 square feet. So what that tells you is that it didn't come down to having 200 machines. It just came down to cultivating the environment and leading by example with my athletes. It started off by, I didn't really have any extra time to train more clients. So as competitors would come to me, I'd say, okay, you could be my training partner. And I honestly was very anti-coaching men's physique when it first started, until I got my first men's physique competitor. And then another guy wanted to join after winning the overall. And I said, look, okay, there can only be 3 of us. You're going to ruin my workout. And then it turned into 4 guys, and then 5 guys, then 6 guys. And then that year we had won over 40 consecutive overall titles, sent over 12 athletes to the Mr. Olympia that year. And it just kind of exploded into what it is, which is a community of people that work hard and train together and support each other. I think we were the only team that actually trained as a team daily, day in and day out, training partners, supporting each other, whether it was through, supporting through the hard times of dieting and those hard extra reps that we were doing. It's just like having really good training partners. And the environment in that gym was electric. And so fast forward through all the years and multiple locations and expanding the brand of Team Zero Gravity into coaching hundreds of athletes every season, if not thousands of athletes. We had a heritage of just a team that worked hard and trained hard and sweat and suffered together. And so my goal was to always open that big gym, that big commercial gym, but not lose that feeling that the Team Zero Gravity gym always had. And how could I take the vibes of this private gym where it was just electric in that gym all the time? Could I do that in a commercial space? And I knew that I would be able to do it because I believe that the environment of a gym starts with the management, right? It starts with ownership. And if anybody knows anything about me, I'm here for 10 to 12 hours every day. Not because I need to be here. It's because I want to be here. I want to get to know my members. I want to get to know the people that are coming to my business every day. And so when this gym launched, it launched with the base of our members that signed up in pre-sale being the hundreds of competitors and hardworking individuals that I had been working with for years. And it transitioned from Zero Gravity being their home gym to now One Gen being their home gym. And quite to the contrary of what most people may think about these, typically you go to the gym and you have the big meathead in the gym as the guy who's kind of rude and wants, doesn't want to share the machine. Anybody who has that kind of personality hasn't made it with me, right? I don't tolerate that kind of stuff. If you come to my gym, and it's always been this way from the beginning, whether you were a novice and just working out for the first time, I didn't segregate my team by, well, these are my Olympians and these are my pros and these are my amateurs. I would throw you in with some of my guys that might have been the most experienced so that you got the fast track to get into the best shape, to get the best amount of knowledge and the best amount of support, not only from me as your coach, but from all the hundreds of athletes that I've worked with that now know my training philosophies and style. And so Zero Gravity was always a very welcoming environment, even for the very new beginner lifter. And so that environment has transitioned over here to One Gen. What you find when you walk into this gym is it might be a guy like Jason Wynn, who's a 6-time Mr. Olympia. He will be the first person to go out of his way to help you if you need a spot, to give you, pointers, to give you some motivation. I intentionally made sure that all my trainers that I hired here at One Gen Gym were IFBB pros that trained under my guidance, that I knew carried those same values and morals that I wanted to bring to this gym. And so our environment here is, if not as electric or more electric than it was when it was Team Zero Gravity. And now what we've been able to do is share that positivity with the community here in Claremont and local surrounding cities, which is also amazing because we become such a destination spot. So we have athletes in here from all over. Just today, there were some athletes in here from Sweden and from all over the place that are here to film with Larry, my partner, right? So as we were building this, I always had this goal to do it and was looking for locations. And then I was training Larry and talking about how I wanted to go big with this. And Larry said, I'd love to be a part of this. Do you need a partner? And I said, absolutely. I think Larry brings a great amount of value, his expertise in the powerlifting world, and the audience that he has, and Larry's ability to inspire this younger generation made him an excellent partner. And so when we put this together, it was full steam ahead. And this gym was built as a passion project. I think what people need to understand is neither me or Larry needed to do this project. This was not out of a necessity. This was out of a passion to wanting to bring just the playground of gyms, the gym that I want to train at, which means the gym that I know that everybody wants to train at. And that was really the goal, was to have this environment that was open, inviting to all kinds of athletes, whether you were into calisthenics, whether you're into powerlifting, whether you're into bodybuilding, whether you're the hybrid athlete that likes to do all the above, or just that person who just wants to get into the gym and be inspired by people who are doing great things. And in this gym, we have so many people that are doing amazing things. And not all coached by me. We have athletes in here that are on Body by O and that are on cuts and that are on different teams. And it's just great to see this community of athletes from different walks of life, different teams, different backgrounds, different parts of the world that are coming to this gym because they're inspired by just the greatness that's around them. It inspires me every day. It motivates me to keep going, to keep trying to be better. And I have nothing but massive plans for One Gen to be in every city in Southern California to start with, and then to branch out to other areas of the country. I believe that we are onto something. We have created this environment that's just safe for people to train. People want to just hang out and be here. And that's the part I have the most pride in with this place. It's not just the fact that, we designed a lot of these machines and we have stuff that no other gym has. That part's cool. But more importantly is that we have an energy here that's unmatched.